Hello and welcome back. Welcome to my van. I just spent like an hour getting it all cleaned out, and yeah, the holidays had kind of taken a toll on the car. And when it's cold, everything kind of piles up because nobody wants to spend time taking all the things that they brought with them back into the house. And so yeah, but today it is nice out. You'll see my kids passing by there. Some of them are walking, some of them are riding their bikes. But I wanted to talk to you today about our plans for our grocery budget and household budget for 2026. We went over the numbers from 2025, and we did go down. Each category decreased some, except for our vacation budget. We spent more in 2025 than we did in 2024, but that was because in the springtime everything seemed wonderful, and we had our 20th anniversary and we went on a trip, Dan and I, for that, which is why it was higher. So that won't repeat this year. We're not planning any big vacations. We're just planning to take our daughter to college in August, and probably all of us will go. But anyway, our plan for our grocery budget, and trying to get it just a little bit lower if at all possible. Groceries are one of the things we can control, right? And so I would love to see this number even less than what I'm budgeting, but here is the plan. So many years ago, I used to do once a month grocery shopping, and that worked well in that season. But to grocery shop for 9 of us who are living at home once a month is a lot. Like back then, we just had little kids and they didn't eat as much, and now it would be a lot. So we are going to plan to do bi-weekly grocery shopping. We've been doing weekly for the past few years, and I just feel like the more times I am in a store, the more I'm going to spend. So bi-weekly is the plan. Today is Thursday, and we're planning on shopping on Thursdays because my son Aaron, who is 15, he saved up money by working odd jobs all summer and fall, and he is paying to take bass lessons, and that starts today. And so that'll be every Thursday for this spring semester. So during that time, at least, we're going to plan on shopping on Thursdays while we're already out taking him to lessons. And we will do 2 weeks of the month, we're going to be doing grocery shopping. The other 2 weeks of the month, we'll probably do the library or go to a discount grocery store. So let's talk numbers. I'm always curious what everybody else's budget is, and it's so subjective to where you are and your family size and what you have access to. So here in our small-ish town in Western Maryland, we have a Martin's, an Aldi, actually 2 Martins, an Aldi, 2 Save-A-Lots, what else do we have? Walmart, and then like Dollar General, Dollar Tree, those kinds of things. So every other week I'm going to do the bulk of my grocery shopping from those 2 or those 4 grocery stores, regular grocery stores. And the budget for that is $200 a week, so $400 every 2 weeks whenever I shop. And then on adding on to that, we're budgeting $25 per week for my husband's work food. He takes breakfast and lunch and drinks every single day. Sometimes he takes dinner if he's going to be gone in a hotel overnight. Other times he'll take something for that. So that's $450 every 2 weeks for regular grocery stores. Then we're also adding into the budget $100 per month in discount grocery store purchases, Bet and Dent type stores, because that's like fun things, or it can just kind of be extras. We can sometimes find really good deals, but the tendency is to like go there and see all these things and buy them, and then you end up spending more at the regular grocery store because you need things to round out meals. So we're going to limit ourselves in that to $100 per month. So that's $1,000 for the month for our family of 9. My oldest son is here sometimes his girlfriend is here, but most of the time he's really not here, so he doesn't count anymore. And then household items, so anything like dog food, cat food, garden seeds, toilet paper, shampoo, toothpaste, trash bags, aluminum foil, batteries, light bulbs, all of those things, new dish towels. Household spending, we're budgeting $45 per week, which is $180 for the month. And also really trying to only spend any of that money on Thursdays when we are out and about. And if we have to do an online order, the same thing. I want it to be on Thursdays so that essentially I'm only spending money one day a week, although there will probably be other things. This weekend's going to be really busy. We're going to spend money. So today is the first day of this process, and I should say, so the first week we saved $225, and then the second week we get the other $225 and spend that on that second week, save the next one, spend. We're not spending ahead of what we're saving. So today we should have $450 for food. However, I spent $150 of it already because we hadn't decided this. Last Friday was the 2nd, and we hadn't decided what we were doing, and we had to go to a town that's like an hour and a half-ish away to pick up a truck for my husband's work so that he could bring it to our house so that Monday he could start for Cincinnati. So we spent $75 there for lunch stuff, some stuff for co-op, just some random things. And then I also put in an order. I don't have it yet, but there's a Mennonite store near my parents, and I put in an order. I'll insert a picture of the order, but it was $75, and I bought 12 pounds of mozzarella cheese, 10 pounds of shredded, like a blend cheese, 18 pounds of grapes, and I think something else, but I'll put that in there, and that was $75. So that's $150 right off the top of our $450. So that leaves $300, and I have written out my list, and I got on Instacart and kind of looked at what the prices were, and I'm hoping that they're a little bit inflated because it's Instacart and they do that. So, but I wrote down about what I would spend. We also have, so this weekend we have company coming twice. We have a birthday next week. Caleb will be 13, and so we have special food for that. We have co-op next Friday, and I'll have to make something for that. So lots of things going into it, and my estimate is like right there. Like it would be, I could very easily be over budget. So the first thing I'm going to do before I set out is to pray over my list and hope that we can find maybe some markdowns, or that the prices are just inflated enough that we will be able to squeak by under budget. And then, so that's the most important thing, praying over it, and we will stick to the budget, even if it means that we will skip a few things or skimp on a few things or get smaller quantities or whatever. Because if I let myself go over once, I will let myself go over again, and I don't want to do that. I want to stick to this as closely as possible. I did put in an order at Walmart and at Aldi, and that was for my husband's food and drinks because we're going to save a lot for the rest of our food, and they don't carry like very many soft drink type things, and I had Instacart credits at Aldi, so I wanted to use those because I knew this week was already going to be tight. So between the two of those, we had spent his $50 for the week, and maybe even a little bit more. So I think we're at about $200 that I can spend today. So I'm going to pray over that, and we're going to go shopping. The other thing that I want to say is that you guys have seen maybe in old videos, my stockpiling videos, and all of the things that we've done pantry challenges and stuff in the past, and we are not doing that, and that is because there is nothing to use up. Not really. We have a lot of pork because we had pigs butchered in November, but what you guys used to see as far as my pantry, that doesn't exist now. It's more expensive, and this summer, while my husband was off work for 4 months, our grocery budget was like, you could barely even see it. It was very small. And so we used up a lot of that stuff then. And I would like to get to the point where I can restock that, but it's not necessary right now. God has got this. He's got our day-to-day. Don't worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow's got problems of its own. And so we're just trusting him and living day-to-day. We still have a little bit, but it's not the massive stockpile that we had before, and that's okay. And if you're in that place where you just don't have extra, it's okay. Just pray for today. So anyway, with that, I'm gonna go gather up my kids. I might just pack some peanut butter and jelly and go to the park or something before we go for groceries and lessons. And I will see you guys in the next video, hopefully very soon. Bye.